Holy moly, we have made it to day 10. Ah, exciting. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that has donated. So today is the last day, and I'm going to give you a run through of who has, and just so that I can properly thank you. But today is day 10 and the last day. So up until 11:59 p.m., we are still going to get donations, and you are still eligible to get the master education program called Breaking the Cycle of Trauma for free with your donation. So up until 11:59 p.m. tonight, still going to do donations, but I wanted to give you an update now. So we are at a total of $910 of the $5,000 total that we are trying to raise. Again, just doing small little chunks, but I wanted to just shout out those that have donated. So Tiffany Herman, Amy Felix, Connie Vincent, Stephanie Combs, Stacy Carpenter, my mama, Candace Hanson, Nicole Benjamin, John Thomas, and Taylor Short, Christy Toomey, and Bethany Longmore. Thank you, thank you, thank you, all of you that supported over the last 10 days. You all are amazing, and I greatly appreciate your support. And we, even before this, just to call out Mandy Strait, she jumped on before I launched the 10 days, but still an incredible part. And my board, Claudia, Mary, and Sandra all donated prior to. So thank you to all of you that have donated. Again, today's the last day to donate to get the class for free, but we will be leaving this crowdfunding page open up until the film festival, which is May 22nd. So if you have been on the website or clicked the link that have been in comments, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, and now I'll put it in. You notice that there are different levels that you can donate. There is also information about how to be a sponsor for our film festival. Last year, we ended up going international. Like, it was the coolest thing. Oh, hey, Philip. Hey. I can see your comments. Yay, that's awesome. I can't see the comments hardly ever, but what was I talking about? I totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, all right. Oh, the levels of donation, you may or may not have seen that there are also amounts listed for sponsorship for our film festival that is coming up May 22nd. And last year it went international. My co-host is Don Bauer, incredible co-host, MC, all around great person. We have so much fun when we're doing the film festival, and last year it went international. This year we have 32 total films currently, and we're going to narrow those down by the 5th. So we have 4 days to announce the films that we're going to be featuring. And they're from all over the world. I mean, like Germany, we have a couple returning filmmakers, which is super exciting, from I want to say Netherlands. I know we have some from the UK. We have so many from all over the world. Actually, I could probably pull it up because I was on there earlier. Let me see where we have them from this year. That was last year. Mm-mm. All right, so we have US, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, Ireland, Mexico, Germany, New Zealand, Norway, Portugal, and then one's not specified. I'm assuming it might be Iran. I had a couple people asking for codes from Iran. I guess there's like a big thing that they can't submit in film festivals. I don't know. I had quite a few people reach out. So I gave them waivers into the film festival so that we can see their incredible films. So yeah, we have 32 that we have to narrow down, and those are going to be showcased in the film festival. There are 3 different ways that you can watch the film festival this year. We have our virtual only. For those of you that are not in Colorado, that maybe don't still feel comfortable going out in the world, we have our virtual tickets. We have our regular virtual, which you'll just get the streaming link and you can watch it. Or we have our VIP, which will actually be on Zoom with the filmmakers from all over the world, and you can ask them questions and have them answer live, and or ask myself or Dawn any questions that might come up while you're watching the films. Average runtime is about 3.5 hours, and it can get a little hard watching, but the great part is that these are short films that just start creating this conversation around mental health and suicide. And it's really, that's the whole purpose of the film festival, is opening up this conversation around mental health and suicide, which is my whole entire mission with BCC Evolution, is to bring light to the issue, start the conversation, empower people to break their silence about their mental health challenge so that it does not rule their life. And BCC Evolution is doing this through education, awareness, opening the conversation, and giving resources. So that is our whole goal around all of our events that we ever do, is to just really open up this conversation centered around mental health and suicide, because those are really hard topics to talk about. But the best part is that we need to talk about it, and we should talk about it. So that's what's going on next. That is our coming event, and we are looking for volunteers. I know that we haven't actually done anything with volunteers for over a year. Yeah, because, well, I guess last year, did we do that last year? Yes. We did coloring caves for Children's Hospital and the VA hospital, but that was the last volunteer type thing we did. So we haven't had anything for volunteers in over a year. So we're looking for volunteers. I'm only looking for five total volunteers. That's all I need to help at the film festival. And you're going to get some really cool perks. So we have partnered with Symmetry 360. It is a massage and wellness. I'm totally going to butcher this. Celeste will be like, what are you talking about? But Symmetry 360, massage and wellness business. And they're throwing out some perks for people that are going to volunteer and or willing to help us spread the message. So if you're in Colorado and this is something that you want to do, join us. So again, levels. You have your virtual only, which just gives you the streaming link. You have a virtual VIP, which actually gets you on Zoom with all the filmmakers. And your third option, which I haven't said yet, is in person. We're doing in person. There are only 40 total tickets for in person, but you get VIP, behind the scenes of our film festival. You get to watch it in a incredible space in Denver off of 16th Street Mall. It is called Barkeep, and it's secret. I'm telling you, you're going to walk into this venue and be blown away. Carolyn, my friend, she owns it, and it is the card. All it has when you want to book something, all it has is their phone number. It is a speakeasy type location. Super cool, super classy. And the VIPs that come to the in person, again, you get that behind the scenes. You get access to ask live Q&A of the hosts and the filmmakers and or actors, directors, whomever they choose to bring on. And then also you food and drink are included in your ticket price. So if you haven't been out in a long time and you're like, I need to get out, I need people, I need love, I need attention, I need stuff. Come join us. It is the first year we had about 49 people at the Bug Theater. It was only an in-person event. Last year we ended up going fully virtual because, you know, everybody knows why, which is incredible, or made it incredible because we went international. And then this year, same deal, but now we have two options because I know that some people still can't travel. Also, some people just don't want to. So that's why we're giving lots and lots of options. So here we are, day 10. And I really hope that the last couple of days have been valuable for you. I really tried to find different tips and tricks that would help you. And that is really my reason, my mission, everything that's happening now is for you. And the reason why we're trying to really in these 10 days get the $5,000, which is our first little chunk of the money that we're trying to raise, is because mental health is important. And I have so many people that come to me all the time that just don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. They have a loved one that something's not right, but they don't know what to do at all. Also, have had great conversations with a lot of other people, particularly men. They have a hard time showing their emotions or talking about how they're feeling. And there's so many untapped resources out there. And I really truly believe that our curriculum is going to shed some light in that arena, that people just don't know what to do, what to say, how to say it, and or how to get themselves out of this freaking trauma. And I talk about trauma, it's not like, it could be something really simple. It could be something really big. Like it could be child abuse. It could be domestic abuse. It could be anything that we always hear about it. Or it can be like losing a pet. It could be your parents going through divorce. It could be trauma, head trauma. There's so many things that fit in the trauma space, and we just don't talk about it enough. And really, that is causing a lot of mental health conditions. It's not just like people are crazy. It's not that we are what's the word? They had we had um a speaker the other day that talked about it, and really um they were talking about how it's not what you're thinking of. Like, it's not the insane asylums where we used to stick people in these facilities and then doctors would like test on them. But really, that was like the only way that doctors could really fully understand, because nobody talked about it. And even in today's society, we still don't talk about it. We still, I am guilty of this. I don't like crying in front of people, which is weird because if you're watching this and you've watched any of my lives, like I tend to break down pretty easy. But that's taken a really long time for me. That is not something that I naturally do. That's not something that I normally would have prior to really understanding myself and gaining these skills and doing all this NLP that has broken me out of the stuck person that I used to be. And so I always say that I hate crying in front of people, but oddly enough, I go on lives and I cry in front of people. And so I am guilty of it myself, and I'm not perfect, and I have to pick and choose my battles, and I um really am becoming much more aware of the words that I say, the actions that I have, and how it affects myself, my family, everybody around me. And really, I think that's the understanding that we need. And I am a million times passionate about this. This isn't just a run of the mill. I decided to start a nonprofit yesterday. This is 3 years in the making, and I, in the last 3 years, have barely paid myself, right? And so I know that the value is there, that we really need to ramp this up. And I am taking a leap of faith. I'm taking a leap that I know is important, and I know that is going to create momentum and impact in the mental health space. And I know that I cannot fail. And so I'm asking you to help me make that happen. I'm asking you to have faith in what I'm doing and believe that I will truly make a change, because there you go. See, um, I know that there are too many children and too many people that are taking their lives due to feeling alone, due to having this stigma put on them that they don't need to carry. It is a burden that you never want anyone to hold. And if I can just make a small change, whether it's changing the verbiage of somebody to not tell somebody to go rub dirt on it, and or just not acknowledge what's going on with that person. If I can just make those little shifts, the little shifts in life, I will have reached my goal. And the moment that I am able to have this curriculum completed, I am able to create the program specifically designed for middle school students, and I have or am starting to book schools that want this curriculum, and I know that these kids are showing up. That's when I know that my work is valuable, and I know that what I'm doing is right. And I know that some of you may or may not understand, but what I'm asking you is to put your faith in me and believe that what I am doing is important, and that your funds are going to go to a place and a program that needs to be built. Because the only way that we're going to make a change is if we open our minds, our hearts, and our mouths. And that's the only way that together we're going to make mental health matter. And really, that's my ultimate goal, is to make mental health matter, because it does. And May, speaking of, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. That is why we do our film festival in May, is because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So you will be supporting BCC Evolution in the fight to bring light. That just rhymed. The fight to bring light to mental health and suicide awareness. And I know that a lot of people come to me because of my story, and I am constantly reminded about that. But I want you to know that I am so grateful for every single person that has backed me up, and those that continue to back me up. I promise you, this year is the year that we are going to make a huge impact and a difference, and you are going to be part of that. You are part of the solution. So I appreciate you, and feel free, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. If you are watching this on Facebook, drop me a comment. Tell me how I can help you. Tell me what is going to be the most valuable for you, because that's what it's all about. It's not about me. It's about how I can help you and how I can empower you. And so when I know that, I can do what is needed. But I don't know that until you let me know. So however I can support you, please reach out. I know there are lots and lots of different avenues. And quick rundown, I know a lot of people I've been talking about, well, I've been giving like tips and tricks and all different things, but I don't even know if you really know what I do and what I have been training for a really long time. And maybe you do over the time. If you've watched day 1 through now day 10, you probably know, but um, this is where I wholeheartedly believe that I belong and that I was born to do this. And unfortunately, my sister passed. And the trauma from her passing is what created all of this. But I really truly believe that it happened and that the reason was to show me how to show up and be powerful in this space. We all take a trauma and we either bury it, we allow it to send us in a spiral, which creates substance abuse, drug abuse, um, violence, abuse against ourselves. There's so many different layers that trauma can bring up and create this spiral. But those of us that fight back and say, no, you're not going to take me, and I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to do something about it because I don't want anybody else to be in the situation that I am. And that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. I turned around and made something happen. And again, I'm not going anywhere. BCC Evolution is not going anywhere. We're just growing, we're just expanding. And this is just the beginning. So if you're ready to ride the ride and join this journey, I ask you to help us, whether it be monetarily or volunteering, whatever it might be, reach out to me. Maybe there's a collaboration or a partnership that we can look into. Networking is gold right now. And I, again, am looking for 5 volunteers, 5 total volunteers that are going to help us with the film festival. And I've got some perks for you. And I am here to serve you and really deep dive into this nonprofit and into this space and take this leap of faith because I know it's valuable for you and I want to make a difference in your life. So if you're in, let's do it. And if you have questions, just let me know. But I really, really appreciate the last 10 days, those of you that I listed off, and I'm sure there will be many more tonight. Again, it's not going to be closed. So if you don't have the funds right now and you're like, oh man, I really want to donate, it'll stay open until our film festival. So you still have time. Our ultimate goal is 15,000. All of the program rundown is on that page. But if you have any questions, all you have to do is reach out. So I think that was all. That went way longer than I normally do my lives, but it's day 10. Why not? 10. 10. What is the Varsity Nights? I think is the movie, something like that. She's a 10. A 10. Right. That's all I got. I will talk at you later. Have a great weekend.